Hey, everybody. How's it going? Hope y'all had a delightful weekend, or maybe some people were working, so hopefully you had a good work weekend, however you decide to do it. For those who don't know, welcome. My name is Mandy, one half of Salt and Sass Games. I'm probably the one you'll see most often on the channel because I'm usually the one streaming. So, yeah, but Suzanne is the other, and hopefully she'll make an appearance soon enough. Yeah, so back with the Monday chat. I try not to do them if I don't have a lot to talk about, but I have a couple things I want to show you today. And yeah, I thought maybe y'all might want to take a peek and see what your thoughts are on it. So this weekend, I did play. Wait, what did I play? The Dark Quarter. I don't know if anybody backed this. I backed this, so this wasn't a review copy. This was one that I paid for, and I ended up getting like the full pledge with all the things. It was a little late, but I know that they were having some challenges with the app because it's one of those games where you play it in conjunction with an app. And it's kind of like, Mansions of Madness. The game's by Lucky Duck and Van Ryder, and they also, Lucky Duck also did Destinies, which I played through as well. And my friends who are not as heavy gamers, they really like it. So we got to play one of the first scenarios in the base box for the Dark Quarter. And it plays very similarly to Destiny. So if you have Destinies, you like it, you want a different kind of atmosphere, this would be good. It's kind of takes place in, I don't say the bayou, but that kind of like, I guess would that be like that Cajun? I'm 100% not right about this, I'm sure. But if you play the video game South of Midnight, it's kind of in that type of atmosphere, I believe, is what they're going for. And then they do touch on some magical elements in there as well. So it reminded me, I guess, of Princess and the Frog. There were a couple scenes where they have, I can't remember the name of it. Like not Papa something, but in that kind of realm of magic. And there's a few other cartoons that do that as well. I think the name is escaping me. It's not Coco, but it's something along those lines, and it's not necessarily Disney. So who just popped in? Hey, Chelcat, thanks for popping in. I love your little bee. Bees are my favorite. It's so cute. Oh gosh, even antsy to bust into Dark Quarter, but it's another gotta get a group. Okay, so you have it too. So we did play it. I had played this game previously. So I had played this game. I'm trying to think when it was a prototype. So like a while ago, like 2 years ago, maybe at this point, at least. And we liked what we saw. We're like, okay. But I found there to be a lot of swearing. And now, before anybody says anything, I am the last person to complain about swear words. Okay. I used to work with the military and I have brothers. And I've been known to drop a few swears here and there. Okay, well, more than here and there, but I'm not exactly immune to that. Like, I definitely don't do it necessarily so much on streams, but outside of here, yes, I can have a little bit of a potty mouth. Not always. And I did find the game, and it wasn't just me. People I was playing with, that I was playing with as well, also commented on this. And I commented on this when I played the prototype. There were just too many. There were too many swear words. Like it was. I shouldn't say there were too many. It just there were like all the characters were swearing, and then some of the swear words were at the most inopportune time. Like it just didn't make sense to me. I was just like, but that doesn't even feel like that character would swear. And if you knew a little bit about the setting, like it just didn't make sense. Or maybe it would have been a swear potentially in like Cajun or some kind of Creole. I don't know. So I found a couple of times that took me out of the reverie of like where I was. Like it took me a little bit out of the story. So the writing overall was pretty good. I see that they were trying to be, diverse casting and elements. I'm not mad about that. The swearing was like just randomly we'd be like, okay, that was unnecessary. So if you were planning on playing this with children, or not children, because it is a dark theme, but younger audiences, be forewarned with that. There are a lot of swears. And again, that's not my issue. It's just how they were used, where they were used, how often. Sometimes it just didn't make sense to me. I would love for anybody else who plays this game to let me know your thoughts at another time if you haven't played it yet. Maybe it was just our group, but I know the first time I played the prototype, we said the same thing. So it looks like it wasn't super changed, and maybe we were the only ones, but I find that a little hard to believe. So we shall see. But Chelket, I hear you. Getting a group together to play this, like I have a group that loves Destinies. They actually are holding on to my copy and keep playing it. So they were like, yeah, yeah, yeah. We were up for it. But yeah, it's you ideally want to stay with the same group, but you do what you can. But I'd love to hear your thoughts once you have a chance to play it, because you can't solo that one either. Like, it is one that you have to play with. Well, I guess technically you could, but it's more fun with a group. So the Dark Quarter is one I'd love to hear more about if people start playing that. So that's something I did this weekend. I'd love to know what you all played this weekend or what you did this weekend. What else? I have oh, hold on, let me just see here. I'm trying to think. That was like the main game that we played. Okay, so Chalkit, you're trying King's Dilemma group first. Gotta prioritize. That's what happens. You have so many group games, you gotta pick one, right? So which is okay, I played one of them and I think it was King's Dilemma. Was that the one that came out first? Because there's Queen's Dilemma and King's Dilemma. I haven't played one of them, and I think it's Queen's Dilemma. So King's Dilemma, I played with a different group when it came out. I'm pretty sure it's King's Dilemma. We were into it. Okay, Queen is now yet. Okay, so it's just King. Okay, so King is one I played. We had one person in our group who really was like, I don't know, like really wanted to not like the game, but then kind of got into it, and then the rest of us were like, yeah, we enjoy it, and then we didn't love the ending. I'm gonna leave it there. We just didn't like the way that it ended. It's a long time since I've played this, but I just remember the ending. We were kind of like, oh, okay, disappointing for us. Other people may love it. It was just disappointing for us. So I'm curious to see what Queen is going to do, because I think I am receiving a copy of that to review. But I, again, would love to hear your thoughts once you've played it. Hey, David, thanks for popping in. Good to see you. This is like twice in a week. Like, what's going on? I feel so special. We were talking about, I don't know if you caught that or not. We're just talking about games we are about to play, have been playing, group games specifically. I mentioned I played the Dark Quarter. Um, why are there so many ads? I'm sorry. Okay, I'll look into it. I took something off because there were a lot, and then I guess it must have not taken. So ads are good for us, but not, I want people to see what we're doing. But thank you for telling me. I will look into it. But yeah, did you play anything fun, or are there any group games? Elder Scrolls, our last campaign, we'll finish that up, the board game, in 2 weeks, because I'm away. My friend Mandi, other Mandi that popped into our stream, in Toronto next week. So I'll be playing some games with her. I might bring Mythwin so we can play more than one player, but I'll continue that game. Now that I have a better understanding of the rules, I'll continue that game as a farmer going forward. So that will be fun. Yeah, but I did want to show you all today. I got some Gamebooks. One I kind of showed you a little bit about it on a stream a while ago, and it's from a fellow Canadian. And did I bring my little notepad thingy-majiggy? Of course I didn't. So now I have to do it differently, but that's okay. I'll make note. And we also have the Dr. Finn's book of strategy and word games. So poor David's going through it right now. So yeah, let's pop over here. I'll show you these books that I got and how they operate. I realized that the little thing that I was using to make notes is on my other table staring at me from a distance. So I might have to scroll over and get it. So hold that thought. Let me go grab it. Of course, I'm like stuck in my blankies here. Hold on. All the things. All the things. Oof. Okay. Of course. There's David throwing bombs again, everybody. Oh my gosh. It seems like the bee was caught in the caught in the crossfire. Okay, let me swing over to the other screen here. Ooh. All right, what's going on here? Hold on, I have a bag that shouldn't be here. All the things. Okay, hopefully y'all can hear me here. Things are working. Goody. So, let me show you some books. So, Operation CanCon I talked about, and I can show you a little bit more of this if you want, just to how it plays. And excuse me, I have a broken nail. I was very upset about it, but here we are. So, it looks terrible. So we'll talk about this one in a second, because I did talk about it on a previous stream. But this, have any of you heard of this? I believe, I don't know if this is coming to crowdfunding. I don't remember what Dr. Finn said to me, but this is a book that I received recently called Dr. Finn's Book of Solo Strategy and Word Games. Now, I love word games, but I might be the only one on this. I feel like a lot of people don't like word games. Like, do you all like word games? I do. And maybe we might go through one together if you all want, just to see. So they have a bunch of different games, which is cool. So it's literally a booklet tells you how to use the book, the things you'll need. You want to play multiplayer. Words are too hard. Why? I mean, I guess I shouldn't say why. It's like math. I'm not a huge fan of math. I'll do it, but it's, not my favorite, so I get it. These are all the games that are in here, so it gives you... Chuck, I don't know, I might need this, right? This is me with, like, every game book that comes out. Literally me. But if you want, I'll go through one of the games because they're not long, or I'll pick one that's a little shorter so we can kind of see it. But these are the games that they have in here. This is great if you want to travel. I mean, ideally a smaller book would have been good, but I understand for games you might need the larger size. But maybe this might be one in a PDF, so you can just put it on like what I have, like one of those ink tablet thingy-majiggies. So it has all of them, and some of the games are more complex than others. So it has the rules. You can just click on that for the rules, and then it shows you here a turn, like it goes through the rules for you, what you want to do. Some of them are more complex. I think this one's just a little bit more. It's like these are all the rules, so this is quite a bit. And then you get, here, I'll take this off because we'll talk about this purchase afterward. Then it shows you the player sheet. So, and they give you multiple. I mean, this is one of those ones where I'd probably scan them and upload it to my e-ink tablet thingy, and then I could just use it on there instead of having to waste paper, or just laminate them. I mean, that's an option, but they give you multiple sheets, so you could actually just write it in the book if you wanted to, but I'd probably just save one not written so you can photocopy them. So yeah, so it goes through all the different ones, and they give you multiple sheets to play with. And like I said, there are some word ones as well, so let me see. Yeah, this looks like one. What's that? Yeah, so another word game. So, you know what, we'll play one today quickly just to see how it pans out, but we'll come back to this. So hold your thoughts on that. I also picked up this. Oh boy. So I have the original one from, rules back in the day. This is the updated one because I did start it's hard to explain. I kind of got some friends together, and Emma, if you're watching, thank you so much for leading the charge on for this. But I was like, hey, I really want to play D&D, and David knows this. I've mentioned this a few times, and it's just really hard to get people together. So I found a bunch of people, like we're all connected through me. I said, hey, would y'all be interested in doing a D&D session together? And we have a really great group and a lot of diverse experience in the group. Some people have never played, some people played a little bit, some people have played quite a bit. So this made me really happy. So I was like, you know what, if we're gonna do this, continue to do this, I'll just get the new book. So I did just get the Player's Handbook, the 2024 edition. I had the little set for all the books. But this was not cheap, by the way, everybody. It's like $70. Oh my gosh. That hurt a little bit. So considering that the set I bought, or the set I have is worth like, what, 100 and something, 120 for 3 books, plus the shield. Like, anyway, I'm not going to complain. I needed it, so I got it. So that, for those who don't know, I'm pretty sure it looks fairly similar. And I think online they do have updates. So, but I like what I see here. Some diverse art. That makes me happy. And yeah, so they definitely changed a few things in the art, which I like. I mean, the format's very similar. I think there are some rules that actually have changed, so bear that in mind when you're going through it. But there is an update online, I think, like a errata, not necessarily errata, but something that might say, okay, this has been updated since the printing of this. Well, I guess it would be an errata, but you can find that online as well. Or people use, was it Roll20 or those kinds of apps to help them out. Chellcat saying, my group just wrapped our 5e campaign and we're like, we don't think we can move to the new rules. That's the thing. If you're used to using the older rules, that's hard versus a lot of us. I mean, I haven't played D&D in a long time, so I'm pretty much starting from nothing. And I think there's only one or two people in our group who are very familiar with the other rules. Everybody else is pretty new or new-ish. So I think it's going to be an easier transition for us starting with a new book. So I could totally see that being a struggle if you were not using that. So anybody who does play D&D, be curious to hear your thoughts, like Chelcat saying, thank you for telling me. That's a struggle, especially when you're used to it. Yeah, I would definitely be in the same boat. And the person who's running it had said, we can stay with the old rules, but they kind of gave it up to us. And I said, you know what, we're newish, might as well just start with the new ones. But I totally get that vibe, for sure. So the other thing that I have here, let me just pop this over here. Yep. Was Operation CanCon. And I did start playing this a little bit. So for those who are in Canada, this definitely has a lot of referencing to Canadian locations and things like that. And I'll quickly go through the rules. So it's another game book. Let me start with that. And this was Derek Trainer has done this one. And it asked me just to kind of talk about it a little bit. I did play it a little bit. And you'll notice there are different rules. Like you can do a campaign, you can do it, add kind of tweaks to it to make it more challenging or whatever you want to do there. Quickly, let me just get to this. So I was playing the sweep mini game, and they have the Operation CanCon campaign, but that does tell you what you're going to need. So you need dice, which we have over here, and we'll talk about that in a second. And what you're trying to do is they give you a list of songs. So I'll show you. Let me just find it. All this stuff's in the back. So the only thing I found with this book, none of the pages are numbered. And for me, I need numbers. Like go to page here, go to, that's just a me thing. But that would have helped greatly. But let me just show you. Okay, so this is really tiny. Maybe I can do this. Okay, it's really small. I'm so sorry, everybody. And the light's just going to make it, not be very good. Okay, so they give you a checklist of songs that you're trying to find at the stores. And you're like, what stores? And they give you a little map. So I drew this out in my little notebook. It was just easier, so I didn't have to draw it back here. But these are the stores that you're going to find these recordings or these, I was going to say LPs. Those who know, you know. But the stores that they have here are, and some of you might remember them, Sam the Record Man. Come on, we remember that. I don't even think those are around anymore. Sunrise Records and Tapes. Like, I remember a lot of these. I'm pretty sure these are Canadian-only stores, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Cheapies, Records and Tapes, Star Sound, Records on Wheels, Music World was a big one. So these are some of the places you need to visit in order to get your songs or your record, LP, whatever the case may be. Now, if you're thinking about the songs, like what songs are on this list, I know, I was like, where's HMV? I said the same thing, Chelcat. No HMV, but I guess they had to make decisions. Maybe this is, I feel like HMV is an across Canada thing, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But yeah, I too was looking for HMV. And then the song list, let me read a few and tell me if any of these come to you. Sorry, it's so small. Give me a moment here. Okay, here we go. Here's some trivia for you. Black Velvet. Who can tell me who sings Black Velvet? Okay, it's so small, don't zoom, but Black Velvet. Any takers? This is actually, I really like this song. Black Velvet, a little boy smile. Evil Turnip Tea. That's a cool idea for a game book. Music World was the big one at my local mall. Yeah, Music World was a big one for a lot of places. I'm pretty sure that was Canada-wide. So I'll show you a little bit of the gameplay before I move into the next thing. But come on, everybody. Black Velvet was so good. All right, I'll go to another one. But if you know the artist, pop it in the chat. Okay, here's another one for you. How about... Oh, another one of my favorite bands. I'm Still Searching. So that's the song. Does anybody know the artist who I'm... Yes, well, the first one was Alana Miles. Yay! Boo boo! Bonus points. All the stars. All the stars. Okay. I threw out one more, and I keep forgetting there's a bit of a delay. What is it? I'm Still Searching. I'm Still Searching. Gameritis guy, good thing you popped in. And Evil Turnip Tea gave us the correct response. It was Alana Miles. But yeah, that's cool. You know the song. I mean, not everybody knows the song, knows the artist, but they know the song. I mean, that's a plus. But this is just to give you an example of some of the songs that are on here, and you can add your own. But these are the ones they kind of picked, and they did put a note like there are lots of great songs, but they just picked, kind of a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B kind of thing. Um, Mind you, some of these songs I'm like, yeah, I know the artist, but I don't necessarily know the song. I'm like, I'm not familiar with that song. So they tried to do a bit of everything. Um, let's see. All right, I won't quiz you anymore. Oh gosh, this one. Okay, come on, last one here. Bye bye, Mon Cowboy. Bye bye, Mon Cowboy. Come on, everybody. Yeah, yeah, and I'm gonna make sure because I'm looking at the list, and I know that like I'm looking at the ones I'm looking at are definitely Canadian. So yeah, yeah, definitely Canadian. Yeah, that actually would explain a lot why people know the song and maybe not the artist so much. So I know none of this. Oh, that's okay. It is really Canadian, a lot of these songs. But so the one I just said, Bye Bye Mon Cowboy. Have you ever heard of an artist called Mitsu? Mitsu is a French artist, but she did have some crossover songs on the English side as well, and Bye Bye Mon Cowboy was one of them. Another artist who I'm a little sad is not on here is Rock Voisine. Oh my gosh. And you came back for good. Oh, so good. Okay. And I'm just reminiscing. My friend Mandy has a Rock Voisine shirt. I'm like, I want this. So again, Rock Voisine, French Canadian, but had some English songs and yeah, some strong ones. Anyway, just reliving that. The song I'd asked you about before was Glass Tiger. I remember blasting Glass Tiger on my lawn with my friends, and we'd be like, oh my god. Anyway, I'll stop now. It's a lot. So now you got to go and check these out, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, like a lot of these are real 80s, 90s kind of vibes, but that's okay. Um, but Mitsu is very definitely what you'd call like a really cute, blonde, cute, like very pretty woman, and just very good fun song. So or Evil Turnip Tea, I also remember Glass Tiger. I also didn't know this song either. That's not the song I probably would have chosen, and now I'm blanking. But they had a couple hits that were super, super big, and that, I don't remember that song. So, okay, glad it's not just me. But anyway, they give you a listing of all the songs here. And then these are the stores. And what you're trying to do is search the stores for these songs. You're basically going to be using dice to do that, and they call them sweeps. So for those who are just joining, this is a game book, and we're trying to find these songs in these stores. Okay, so what you would do is, and I have these in my, bear with me for a second. I figured it's lunchtime. I might as well give this a whirl, shine some light on this. Now I have it. Oh gosh, I hope this thing's not dead. It might be. I forgot to charge it. If it is, it's all good. We can just do it in the book. It is starting to tell me I'm out of batteries. If not, we'll write it in the book and I'll show you. Let me get some dice. Just in case this is of interest to anybody. All right, let's throw some dice in the mix here. All right, let's do my thing here. Boop. Okay, it's not dead. It's got some juice in it. It's got some juice. Let's see here. Let's go to... all right, let's go to my files. I need to go to reviews, quick sheets. We don't want quick sheets, do we? All right. I probably just threw a sheet together and was like, yeah, let's do a thing. All right. Okay, let's see the chat. So Chelcat, I went and checked and remembered the Glass Tiger song from when 80s and 90s and whatever radio played at one of my jobs. Evil Term Tea, they had, that's it. Don't forget me when I'm gone. That was a big one. And they played the Hockey Arena. Oh yeah, that was a huge thing for sure. Checking for delay. No, that's me. I'm just reading some stuff here. Sorry, I had a paper that I'm looking for, and apparently I've put it somewhere and now I can't find it. Of course, story of my life. But Oh, here we go. I don't know why I have it under RPGs because it's not. So this is what I ended up doing. Let me just move this. So I ended up just doing this with the chart. So I copied some of the locations and everything, and then these were kind of the songs that I chose. And then what you do is you start at this location here. I know it's a bit far to see, but hopefully you can see it. You'd start at Record on Wheels. So I'll just erase this so you could kind of see. All right. Boop, boop. So you could just use a piece of paper. I just was lazy and didn't feel like adding it in here after. Like I could put it as a PDF, but let me just do this. Okay, so those are all the locations that are in the book. And what you're supposed to do when you start here at Record on Wheels. And then what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to choose songs from the list. And I think you're supposed to choose 8. I just chose Alana Miles, Black Velvet, Corey Hart, Never Surrender. Who remembers that classic? Oh, gosh, I'm singing them in my head as we're talking. Glass Tiger, I'm Still Searching. I just picked Glass Tiger just because I know the band. Gowan, Strange Animal. You're a strange animal. Anyway. Kim Mitchell, Patio Lanterns. Oh my gosh. That song would get stuck in my head all the time. Who else would sing that song? Anybody? Anybody. Because, oh my gosh, that was an earworm for me. There was Maestro Fresh West. Do you remember? Let your backbone slide. Do, do, do. Anyway, that one might be really Canadian now that I think about it. But it was really good. And then we talked about Mitsu, Momo, Bye Bye Mon Cowboy, and Sass Jordan, Tell Somebody. Again, I like Sass Jordan. That's not the song I probably would have picked for me personally, but you could pick your own songs. These were just ones that they put to kind of help you out. Reminiscing here. Please feel free to put other songs in the chat that maybe should be on here. Maybe I'll play with those next time. So you have the songs, and you'll notice they have like numbers beside them. Those are the numbers assigned to them in the book, and they're kind of like catalog numbers. Again, you can use a blank sheet and then put whatever song you want in those spaces or whatever song artist and use your own. So, see, okay, it's not just me. Evil Turnip Tea also knows Maestro Fresh West. So good, so good. I feel like, did he have any other hits? Maybe? I know that was like the big one. Anyway, it's just going through that list alone was game enough for me. I was reminiscing. Oh my gosh, Shellcat, I just followed a Canadian One Hit Wonders TikTok page just for the nostalgia, right? Like, as we're talking about these, I just want to sing all the songs. I mean, great. And I mean, if y'all put your songs in there, I'll add them to my little list to play with for later, so I'm here for it. Oh, that's too funny. Okay, so what would happen is we would pick our songs, 8 of them, and then I just wrote out the store locations at the top. You're going to start at Record on Wheels, and you'll notice there are little squares here. One says 3d6, this is 2d6, 1d6. That just lets you know when you're going to search the store, that's how many how many dice you can roll to let you know how many times you can like search in the store like that time. So you would end up starting by rolling 3d6, which gives me a total of, in this particular case, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I would write 11 here. Okay, so that lets me know that I can roll my dice 11 times, 3 of them, to try and match these songs. So basically like going through the store, going through the records and trying to find them. Okay, so then the next thing I would do is, and so 11 I put here. I usually just kind of write a little thing here to let me know 11, like I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then I just take them off as I go. And then so you would roll 3 dice, and in this case, I rolled 3, 4, 6. So you put them in order of lowest to highest. Sorry, my dice are different sizes. And you want to try and match the number of the games that are cataloged that you have here that you're trying to find. Like you really need these songs to round out your record collection. So 3, 4, 6, I look at my list. I have nothing that says 3, 4, 6. So that would count as kind of like one search. And then I would do it again. Let's see if we can at least get one of these. So 1, 2, 3. And we do not have anything with 1 through 3, so that would happen. Okay, everybody, this is real bad. All right, let me try it again. Let me try it. I gotta get 1. 1, 3, 4. Does that hit anything? Yay! So I have it checked off already. But Corey Hart's Never Surrender, I would then put... So if I didn't have this here, I would then put a check mark here to show, yay, I have that, and whatever store I found it at, and it would be, in this case, Record on Wheels, which I've circled here already. So... Honeymoon Suite Argino Vanelli, yes! I didn't see it in there, but they do have blank pages, so you can put your own songs. You can literally, like Chelcat said, you went and found that One Hit Wonders TikTok page, literally find that list and then just populate your own, so you don't even have to use the pre-populated. That, I forgot about Gino Vanelli. Good choice. I used to go to 80s night. There's a place here in Ottawa, this is many moons ago, called Barrymore's, and used to have like an 80s night. It was super popular, and they would play 80s. They eventually did a 90s night, but gosh, those were bangers. So once you do that, you have that many turns to try and get the records you want in this particular store. So let's say I had done all my tries. Okay. Oops, I have no more left. I can decide to stay at this store or move to an adjacent store to continue finding these records. Now, if I stay at Records on Wheels, I only get to roll 2 dice to see how many tries I'm going to get to look. So in this case, I would have rolled 1 and a 3, so then it would have been 4. So I would only have 4 more tries to find it in this store, but I still would roll my 3 dice because there are 3 numbers here to try to make the numbers, and so on. So once you get down to the third kind of search in that store, you only have 1d6 you can roll on that third one, so only a 1 through 6 opportunity to find it. If you choose to move to a different store, you just move to an adjacent location, and then obviously going to a fresh store will let you roll 3 dice if it's your first time visiting there to get more opportunities to search. You have a total of, I think it's like 8 rounds, or 8, I don't want to say turns, that's not, maybe 8 rounds, I guess. Yeah, it would be 8 rounds to try and find the records, and then based on whatever's left, I think it's like it's whatever you have remaining to what you didn't find is your score. So like if you found, you subtract it, sorry. So in this case, actually I did end up finding that last one, but had I not found 2 of these, it would be 2 minus whatever I found, and that would be my score. Yeah. So something else to note, when you do roll something, like it's a number you've already found, you get to roll again. So it gives you like a free re-roll in essence. So that is the sweeps of this game. So I don't know, what do y'all think? I mean, just for the reminiscing alone, that made me so happy. But as you're doing it, there are parts of the story, like there's an actual story here. So it tells you to read here. So you would read this, continue to the next section, continue reading. So it does give you some background story as well. Oh, hello, Legends DM. Thanks for popping in. We're just talking about some game books, and this is a fun Canadian one that's bringing us back, bringing us bringing us back to the Canadian hits of the day. So if you haven't seen these songs, this is a great opportunity now to go and go online and check them out and see, you're like, wait, actually, maybe I do know this song. I just didn't know it was Canadian. So welcome. So yeah, so there's also a story element that goes along with it. Now, obviously, being Canadian, you're gonna probably be in touch with more of some of the story, but it doesn't mean you couldn't do it. It just might maybe have a little laugh like, oh yeah, I remember that, versus someone that's just a new location or a new tidbit for them to learn about. So it does walk you through here, and then it does kind of walk you through the story and tell you what to do in the way that I just told you, but more of a story element. And then there's a glossary, so it does help you through. So someone who maybe doesn't know what 1d6 means, it tells you, because we take that for granted that we know these things. And let me see. And I think there are also, sorry, I'm trying to find it quickly here. Yeah, there are different tweaks that you can do to the campaign to make it more challenging, just a different way of playing. So yeah, so that's Operation CanCon. So this is the Derek Schreiner, and sorry, Derek, if I mispronounced your name, is the one who has written this. So that's, if you're looking for it, you can show some love to Derek and pick up a copy. It's fun. I've been playing a little bit at lunch. I haven't gotten to any campaigns yet, but been reading through the story a little bit as I play. So I wanted to share that with everybody because I know they're very excited about it. So there's that. Now That is Operation. What am I trying to say here? Operation CanCon. And then coming back to this, do you all want me to play a little bit of this? How much time do we have? I mean, I have 20 minutes ish. Do you all want me to give this a go? Maybe one of the games? I don't know if we'll need dice. I'll just throw those over there. I can. Yeah, you know what? Let's see. We might not finish it, but at least it'll let us know. So let's see what we got. Okay. I don't usually do this to my books, but for this purpose, I need this to not flip up. Let's do one that's pretty straightforward. Okay. Flip, flip, flip. Pen pals. Okay, this looks like it's gonna be good, but a little more than we want to do right now. We just want to do something easy breezy. Okay. Oh, and I just started playing a video game called, what is it? Alters? Oh, it just launched. It's on Game Pass. Yes, it's space theme. That's the one part of it, I'll be honest, I don't love. But it's like survival space? I don't know. I just started. I'm still playing through the prologue. I don't hate it, but I just don't know what I think about it. If anyone else has played it and you're past the prologue, let me know if I should keep playing. Claire Obscure is still on my list. I mean, I've played it and I'm just like, I don't want to. But I feel like I should, but I don't want to. So, Evil Term T, what's the book? I missed the very beginning. Oh, sure. Which book? The book that I was just doing? Evil Turnip Tea, this book or the book before this one? I'm so sorry. I'll show the other one as well, just to be on the safe side. Okay, so this is the book that, the one I'm looking at now. Okay, cool. This one. Thank you. Dr. Finn's book of solo strategy and word games. So, yeah. I don't think it might be out yet. I apologize. I just got in the mail like a week or so ago, a couple weeks ago. But Dr. Finn used to do a lot of board games and is kind of delving more into this area, which I think is a good idea. I mean, I love solo game books, RPGs, so I'm into it. So you might have to do like a search online. I don't know if their storefront is still there. I think it is coming to Kickstarter potentially. So we'll see. There we go. And I saw in the chat, Legends DM is playing Fantasy Life. Yeah, Suzanne has that one too. I can't justify the $80 price tag or $90, whatever it is in Canada. It's wild, but it does look fun. So, you're welcome, Evil Turnip Tea. Sorry, I kind of opened it really fast. But Legends DM, should I entertain Fantasy Life when it goes on sale? Because right now, okay. Let me know. And Shellcat, okay, it is on Amazon. Okay, perfect. I wasn't sure if he was going to bring it to Kickstarter or not, but if it's on Amazon, great. I know for Canadians it's a bit weird with Amazon because sometimes we get fakes or the prices are ridiculous. You might be able to get it directly from his site, so thank you for that double check. Yeah, so let me know about Fantasy Life if I need to look at it when it goes on sale. Right now, I'm still playing Oblivion Remastered. I'm kind of in between games doing that. I'm trying this Alters game, which literally just launched, but sure, I'll give it a go. It's not really my jam, but seemingly okay. Claire Obscure. I'm like in the minority on this one. Everybody loves it. I don't hate it. It's just not for me. I don't love it. It doesn't mean it's a bad game. It's just not for me, but I'll keep going. Metaphor Fantasio, I'm actually enjoying. Will I play 100 hours? Absolutely not. But I like it. It's good. And I did finally pick up South of Midnight. Out of all the ones I'm playing, Oblivion and South of Midnight are chef's kiss. Those are right up there for me. Oh, and Shellcat, I'm playing, you might like this, Camper Van. It's on Steam. I backed it on Kickstarter. It's finally out. It's like a, what do you call it? Like an organizing type game. Anyway, it's super cute. Thanks, Gameritis guy. We hear your feelings about this now. Farts. Evil Turnip Tea, I was watching someone play Fantasy Life this morning, and the story is bonkers and ridiculously cute. Oh, that means I'm gonna love it. I love everything cute. Dang it. Fantasy, Legends DM, Fantasy Life has 14 job classes. Oh my gosh, you get to play them all. You're currently Magician, Miner, and Woodcutter. See, I like games like that. It's like when I was playing Elder Scrolls. I was like a necro... What was I? A high elf... healing necromancer something. Like, it was like the wildest combination, but I was here for it. And you tried the demo. Okay, Camper Van. It's super cute, by the way. I backed it, but it's like unpacking. It's very much that kind of game. So if you like that sort of thing, you will like it. Gameritis guy is close. Yeah, it's okay. You're close to finishing Spiritfarer. That's what I need to get back to. I'm like 3/4 of the way done that game. Yeah, I need to finish it. It was very good. Not ready, but I need to be to continue. Yeah, I mean, for those who don't know, Spiritfarer, I didn't realize this until I was like getting deeper into it. I'm like, the game is about death. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, it's sad. I mean, it's good, but sad. Yeah, it's a heavy game, for sure. So, good luck on finishing it and let us know what your thoughts are when you do. Okay, let's check out this word game quickly to see. So this game requires 1 die, and it lasts 8 turns. We may not do 8 turns, I just want to see what it's about. You will roll the die and draw shapes around letters, so capture in the grid, and use the captured letters to build words and score points. Each turn consists of 3 steps. Roll the die, capture the letters, and construct words. Sounds easy enough. Before the first turn, roll the die and circle the corresponding gray die outside of the grid. This is the starting space. Let me just look at the sheet here. Oh, I see. That'll tell us where we're going to start. So roll the die. So let's do that. Let's roule the day. Okay, or the D, I guess I should say. All right, so it's a 3. Okay, so yeah, roll the die, match the shape, and you find the matching. Sorry, before the first turn, roll the die and circle the corresponding gray die outside of the grid. This is your starting space. So we rolled a 3, so it's here. Okay, so that'll be our starting space. Step 1, roll the die. Roll the die and find the matching shape at the top of the game sheet. You will use the shape to capture 4 letters from the grid in step 2. If you roll a 6, choose any of the 5. Okay, let's see what we get. So I rolled a 2. So this is letting us know that we're going to be using this shape right here, which is like the upside down T shape. You will use this to capture, okay, 4 letters specifically from the grid in step 2. All right. On turn 1, you must draw the shape so that it captures the letter directly adjacent to your starting space and 3 others. So we know that it has to be, ooh, sorry, something just flew at me and I'm like, is that a bee? Bees are good, wasps not so much, but it was not. We have to capture letters adjacent to, sorry, capture using this shape adjacent to this. Oh, well, yeah, it looks like we're going to be doing this, but let's take a look. So you must draw the shape so that it captures the letter directly adjacent to your starting space and 3 others. All future shapes must be drawn adjacent to the shape placed on the previous turn. To keep track of the most recent drawn shape, black out the prior shape to the one you just drew. Okay, I guess you could just like color it in. I also have fun colored pencil things that I would use. Shapes may not overlap. If it is not possible to place the next shape adjacent to the previously drawn shape, you may place it next to any drawn shape from the prior turn. So it's showing an example. We rolled a 5. So it does show you can rotate the shapes. You draw the corresponding shape capturing the Y and 3 other letters. That makes sense. These are the, okay, perfect. And it does show you the different ways so you can rotate, flip, whatever. All right, I like it. Rules are easy so far. I say that now and then I'm like, I'm confused. So let's just go with this because this is a shape we have to draw. Oops. Okay, I don't know why I drew that so awkwardly, but I did. All right. So now it says, after capturing the 4 letters, you must enter them and their point values into any blank squares at the bottom of the sheet. Note that some squares have point multipliers. Ooh, so there you go. So this has a ×2. It's kind of hard to see. There it is. And then there's a stop sign. I don't know what that means yet, but yeah, you can see the multipliers there. Okay. In each set of squares, you're trying to construct a legal word. If you're trying to make 7 words, 2 3-letter words, 2 4-letter words, and a 5, 6, and 7-letter word, even if you are unable to make a legal word in every set of squares, you must enter every letter you capture. So even though you don't use them all, but I see there's already dig in there. I mean, that's a good start. But again, we don't have to do that. We can see. And then you return to step 1 and roll again unless you've played 8 turns. Continue capturing and placing letters into the squares. I mean, that seems pretty straightforward. So I guess I could do, I mean, I could just straight up do, although I do like this times two multiplier, but I don't like it with that particular letter. C is the worst letter, I swear, in Scrabble. I find C one of the worst letters ever to use. That's just my opinion. So what do y'all think? I have C, I, G, and then D up here. The C and the G are are worth more points. The G's were 2, the C's were 3. And I could put a letter here and hope I get something else on the next turn. We won't play a full game, but just to kind of see where this goes. C is just such a funny one. Like if I put it here, I could make words like ace. Like ace. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's not belabor the moment here. I do like that the G here, I could put here, and the G is worth 2, so that would be a times 2 when we get to some points. I mean, I'm not mad at it. And then I could put, so I could put D, and the D is worth 1, and then the I is also worth 1. I'm going to put the C here, which I'm sure will come back to bite me in the butt later, but that's worth 3 points. I like that multiplier for later. Game Artist Guy. Oh, I wanted to say this earlier with the music RPG, but I was a big listener of music on the radio in my youth, but never such a big finder of artist or song names. Interesting. I literally have an ear for 80s and 90s, but will bomb any quiz on any other info. To be fair, though, I find as I get older, I'm turning into that. Like, I'll know a song, but I don't necessarily know the artist. Yeah, actually, you know what? Even some of the artists from back in the day, it's a good point. I'd be like, yeah, I know the song. Unless it was something that I really listened to, like I had an album or it was in constant play at my house, I wouldn't really investigate farther than that. So yes, I totally, totally understand that. And I'm sure there are lots of people that are like that. This is why you can't get upset with people when there are classic songs and people will know the song and don't know the artist. I think it's unfair that people get upset. It's like, no, but they know the song. Just because they don't know the band doesn't mean they're terrible. And I see this a lot. People shaming people about not knowing the bands and stuff. That's a terrible thing to do. If you know the song or whatever, that's enough. And you enjoy it. That's all that matters. You know, some people get exposed to music differently or remember things differently. So thank you for bringing that up. It's a very good point. So that was my turn. And so that was like turn 1 or whatever. I'm going to erase this so it doesn't confuse us. Sorry, my table's going to shake a little bit there. So it does tell us to, yeah, I don't know if we have to do anything else. So yeah, so we just have to place adjacent to the shape. Okay, place on my most recent turn. So this is me. I would play with colors for this just to help me out. But if we were going to do it, I mean, I could just kind of shade it in, I guess. It doesn't really matter. I could just put like, this is 1. So I just know that's turn 1. However you want to, you know, denote that is fine. And then I guess you just do it all over again. So then you just roll another die. Wow. Apparently I like this particular number because I got a 2 again, which is literally the same shape. And I have to draw it adjacent to this one. Wow, those letters are not very good. Well, yes and no. Ooh, but I could turn them the other way, which I kind of like. Oh, Z. Z's a 7, though. Oh. Again, I play a lot of Scrabble, so I like games like that. I want that E for sure. But the A is kind of strong, too. Okay. So I'll do the shape like this, because remember you can flip it. Now, that's diabolical, me starting with a Z right out of the gate. Sorry, Z or Z. We say Z, or I say Z. I shouldn't assume every Canadian says it the same way. That's turn 2. So I would put the E here for 1. We now have an R, T, and a Z to place. Can I put them? Okay, yeah, so you can place them anywhere, really. You just have to be able to make words for them when it's all said and done. Are there lots of words that start with Z besides zebra or zebra? Sorry, I have friends who are South African, and I swear I catch myself saying zebra, and I'm like, this is where the influence of Americans, zebra, but even though we say Z, technically we should say zebra. I don't know, it's a whole thing. Zenith. Okay, and if I did that, Okay. Zephyr. Look at all you with the Z. Zap. This is good. Some good Z words. Okay, so I definitely need something longer than 3. 0 is good too. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, and I have an R there. Okay, those are all super good. Zephyr. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh, y'all gave me so many choices. Z. Okay, I'm looking at what I have. Okay, I'm gonna pick. Oh, I really like all of those options. I'm trying. Okay, let's go with 0 because I'm chicken and I'm afraid that I won't be able to do anything with the other words later. Zucchini. Zucchini's really strong. Oh my gosh. Y'all are giving me some good stuff here. Okay, and thanks. Welcome, Eric. Bienvenue. Welcome to the chat. Sorry, I shouldn't. If I do it in French, my closed captioning gets weird, so I apologize if anyone's using that. I'm still trying to find a program that does both. Okay, if I do, that is a good one. That is long. Z, C. Yeah. Okay. I like it. I'm gonna be a chicken, and I'm just gonna put here Z. It also gives me 7 times 3 because there's a times 3 multiplier. So I did the Z. The R, actually, I took the E already, so I can't use that one. The R I could put here for 1. And I have a T. I took the E, took the Z, the R, and now I need the T. T is a nice starting letter, maybe. So, Eric, long time listener, first time caller. I know you watch a lot of Steph's videos. I mean, you watch, and you have commented, so I appreciate you. So another fellow Canadian. So, okay, Eric, we were talking about another game before. You might have missed it. I'm not sure if you heard it all. Do you remember Mitsu and Rock Voisin? Just because I know that you are French speaking, you're a francophone, so French first is your language is French first. So I know they are French artists, but they did have some crossover English songs or kind of a combination. There was a book we were talking about earlier that was referencing songs, and they referenced Mitsu, but I was a little sad that they didn't reference Rock Voisin. Sorry, I'm a little sad about that. Okay, I think we did all of that. So I won't keep going because I know people have to get back to work, but I just wanted to show a little bit of this particular game in the book. Yeah, see, there you go. So Eric knows exactly who they are. So, and they are Quebec artists, exactly. So there you go. And that's where they would have started their fame, right? They're very popular in Quebec, and then they also were popular across Canada, but definitely changed the dynamic when they came out with songs that were in English as well. So for this game, so that was my second turn. You get the idea. So this game continues for another 6 rounds. And then after that, so after the 8 turns, you captured 32 letters. You only score for legal words. So if you make gibberish, they don't count. That are found in the English dictionary that are not proper nouns, hyphenated, abbreviations, acronyms, words requiring apostrophe. So like Scrabble rules for the most part. For each legal word, add the values of all letters in the word and put the total in the scoring space to the right of the word. Okay, these are for the totals. And I probably should put so you put the totals there. So for example, this one would be worth 1, 2, this is 2 times 2, 4, so it'd be worth 6. Calculate your score by adding them together, all of the word scores, and you write that out in your total space. And then just to remember the multiplier before you do the calculations. So there you go. So that's an example of one of the games in the book, Word Rap. I like that. I like word games. I'm about this life. Word games aren't for everybody. I understand. So somebody asked in the chat about how many games are in the book. Thank you. Great question, Evo Machine. And I believe it is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are a total of 8 books, and they do give you multiple sheets. Sorry, 8 games in the book. I can't talk about it. Hey, Telka, thanks for the follow. Very much appreciated. Jumping in we're finishing up, but that's okay. We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for following. And I'll just make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8 games, rules, sheets for each. And at the beginning, it does give you, if you want to write your kind of scores here to see against each other. And yeah, that's it. And they also have videos on how to play for a lot of these games. So these ones like Cosmic Run is a little bit more complicated. So this is one that you may want to watch a video on. If you're like me, I like to sometimes do a video, go through the rules. You know, solo games and me are not always friends. So that's it. And like I was saying as well, there are multiple sheets for each game. So there you go. So for those who might have missed it, that is Dr. Finn's book of solo strategy and word games. Dr. Finn also has designed board games, but is no longer, from what I recall, doing that and is going to focus mostly on this type of game, so Gamebooks. And you can find this one on Amazon, and I believe he has a storefront, like a link. I'll double check that and see if I can pop that in there. But Amazon for sure. You can get it. I don't know if Chelcat's still in the chat. Chelcat, do you remember price-wise how much it was going for on the Amazon there? If not, don't worry about it. And Eric's saying, living in Ottawa, we heard of them. Yep. My 100-year-old grandma is a fan of Rock Voisin. Okay, Eric. My mom, too, is a big fan of Rock Voisin. That's why I know it. But it's true. I do feel the older generation definitely knew more about that. And thanks, Chelcat, for that. So if you are interested in the book here, it's $20.99 Canadian on Amazon.ca. So it might be a little bit less if you're ordering from the United States or elsewhere. All right, let me pop over to the other screen. There we go. Yoink. Well, there you go. So hopefully that was an interesting just chatting. You know, I just feel like sometimes you got to add like a little bit of everything into these chats, but I had that book sitting there for like a little while, a couple weeks, and I wanted to share it. Now let me see the CanCon book if anyone is interested in that one. Let me see where it is. Operation CanCon by. Okay, and that one is also on Amazon, and I'll see. I have the link here. That one is $18.97. I'll put it in the chat. The old chatteroonies there. So there we go. So that is for CanCon and Dr. Finn's solo strategy book is, yeah, exactly there, $20.99, and I'll put that. Now keep in mind for those who are looking at these, this is the Canadian site. So please, you'll know that you'll probably ask you to change over to the site that's for your country if you're interested in looking at them. There you go. And don't forget, if you play Dark Quarter, I want to know your thoughts on what we talked about before, because I want to know it's not just me. I won't say concerned. Concern's not the right word. I just, it takes you out of the theme when it's like random swearing of a character that doesn't need it. But what do I know? That's it. And Eric, you missed it. I'm starting a D&D campaign with some friends. We had our session 0. We start session 1 in July. Trying to get a group of 7 together is a lot, but we have 3 back-to-back sessions scheduled. So crossing our fingers that all happens. So I'm very excited because I know, Eric, you're very much into RPGs as well. Yeah, that's it. I'll be back on Wednesday this week playing more Amerizone, so y'all can be entertained by my lack of puzzle skills. And then that'll be the only stream I have this week because I'm going to be going to Toronto to visit my friend Mandi. And then I'll be back next week. Business as usual. I'm hoping Brian will be back in the next couple of weeks, but we'll see. Chelcat, what character are you playing? Am I planning? I like magic, but every time I do magic, I find it a little complicated and squishy. So this time, gosh, where's my little notebook? I don't have it in front of me. I think I'm doing a cleric. And I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm playing around with it, but cleric is definitely up there because then it can still get some magic. So we'll see how it goes. But always do some kind of healing element as well. So we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you posted, everybody. Once I get my character up to date. Hey, maybe y'all can help me. I'll do it on stream, and you can tell me if I'm on the right path. So thanks, everybody, for popping in. I'll be back on Wednesday, same time, lunch hour. And if there's anything else, yeah, you can shoot me off a message on socials or on my email. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm off to a meeting shortly. Woohoo, good times. And we'll talk soon, everybody. All right, have a great afternoon. Bye.